Okay, let me explain what is actually emotional continuity. Emotional continuity is one of the most important things for actors to understand and to learn. You're working to be able to, yes, you want to work on improvisations. Yes, you want to work with freedom. Yes, you want to be able to find your spontaneity. You want to be able to do all that, but you want to be able to have consistent emotional continuity in your film projects. When you're able to achieve this, now all of a sudden people start thinking of you and realizing, oh yeah, you're very, very, very professional because you have the ability to be able to consistently get your emotions activated for one. So the first part of the emotional continuity, let's just describe it. As an actor's experience, you're going to be able to get your emotion activated. Then you're going to be able to consistently, as the storyline is going around and up and down in the ebbs and flows of your own personal experience. Now you're going to personalize the experiences of your storylines and your scripts. So you're going to take your acting scripts and you're going to personalize your experiences throughout there. And that's what's called emotional preparation. I call it emotional activation. Um, some people will call it different things, but you want to be able to activate your emotion. That's the main thing. It doesn't matter what it's called. Yes, I have emotionalpreparation.com. Go check it out. That's great. There's a lot of good things there. But the thing is that don't I don't care. Look, I don't care how an actor finds the process. I just want to see the process activated within the emotional range. That's every single. I mean, anybody who knows anything, that's all they want. They want the actor to be explorative. They want the actor to be spontaneous, but they want the emotional continuity to be where it is. So if you're walking in the first part of a film and you've got a major problem, and that's the very start of the film, the audience and the actor and the directors and all the others that are working with you, you want to be able, and by the way, you should absolutely consider the audience part of your acting partners, is in terms of the broader of your broader companionship of acting. You want to make sure that you're open so that you realize that you're developing a relationship with your audience. The audience is trusting that you have that initial scene done, and then that initial scene is going to attach to the next scene. So you get your emotions, and you get your emotions activated for the first scene. So you emotionally prepare, you emotionally activate your emotions for the scene, and then you go in there and you're a lit fuse for that thing. You deal with whatever circumstance that is. Now you deal with the circumstance by receiving. It's not, I mean, yes, the writer might have a script, you might memorize the script, and that's all great, and that you want to go ahead with it, but you want to still be able to experience a fresh real-time experience with your acting, and that's going to achieve the ability. So you got one good scene done. You've got a scene that you've got active emotion. You've got your scene working. The activated emotion somehow worked within the construct of the scene by you listening, by you receiving the other actor, by you working off the other actor, and by taking the other actor fully in. You've got their experience with your experience, and you've taken it fully in. You're merging your reality and their reality. And this happens emotionally. You want to do this emotionally, past the level of fleeting feelings. You want to go past the level of feelings. You want to go into the emotion. And that will happen automatically if you just lit your fuse. Now, you can be subtly upset with a situation. You don't know where the outcome's going to be, or it could be very, very, very dramatic. And that would be dependent upon the scriptwriter. Then you tie in that next scene. You take wherever you're from that next scene. The next time you come into that film, you have a whole nother circumstance. You tie in your emotion to the next circumstance. You get that working over and over and over. You get yourself working in that emotional preparation. You do the emotional preparation. And I teach emotional preparation as the last step of emotional preparation is activation, because you want to be able to cover, you know that there's an emotional range that you're trying to get into. It's literally a frequency. The emotional frequency is what you're trying to activate within yourself. Once you activate that frequency, you're going to be able to really just go for it. And you're going to be able to know that you don't have to push your emotion whatsoever. Not at all. In fact, the more you receive the other actor, the more your emotions are going to show, which is a thing, it takes some time to trust. Now, I've seen over 8,000 acting classes. It's a lot of work. And so I've seen this with so many different actors. And yes, many famous people doing this kind of work, over hundreds. So it's not like I've been really studying this for years and years and years. And when I'm saying that this is a thing to trust, you trust that when you activate that emotion, you find that. Now that activation of the emotion is part of that emotional continuity. So you're looking at the emotional continuity from one scene going into another scene. Now ask yourself, you're working on a picture, come back and watch this video. Ask yourself the next time you go do a picture, or the next time you're linking the scene together, are you getting the emotional continuity? Now, does the emotional continuity make sense? If not, then you're going to have to go to the director and you have to say, look, I know that this is my emotion. This is what I'm going through here. This is what I'm going through here. And this doesn't link. You might have input that you have to give the director and say you have to put some kind of logic into your script because you're missing it. Or there's a whole bunch of things that could work with that, but that's part of the emotional continuity. But we're not dealing with the logical necessarily, although that could be definitely what you do. You want to be able to, as an actor, just make sure that you do the fullness of your scene every single time. The third scene, fourth scene, fifth scene, sixth, seventh, eighth scene of the film, of the picture, of the project, short film, long film, doesn't matter. You're going to be able to tie the emotional continuity of your acting together. You activate your emotion, you're able to go in, then all of a sudden you receive the imaginary circumstance. Some acting people call it given circumstance. I like to call it acting circumstance, or acting interaction. You've got your acting interaction. And the reason after you do all of those things, I teach the whole thing, you've got to release your acting baggage. I don't want actors to go around lit up as a fuse in an emotion, and then their acting's really good, but yet they have to sit and live with it for 2 or 3 weeks. Although, unless that's a technique that they're doing for preparation, or they're doing that to be able to get certain types of depth. But you want to be able to be loose with it enough to be able to release it after your acting interaction. So you're very clear with yourself. This is where your preparation is. This is where your activations are. This is how you get your activations into your acting. And this is how you build your own emotional continuity. Now you're going to have an emotional continuity yourself for every single picture. This is the arc of your own story line within the story. And you're going to be able to achieve that emotional continuity when you do that. So let me know in the comments where things are. I have got a emotions book. It's a 2100 compendium of emotions, or 2400. I forget which it is. It's fantastic because you're going to be able to identify emotions, and emotions are what you need to do to be able to actually get yourself in that frequency and vibration that you're actually going for, so that you can achieve the emotional continuity for film and theater acting. Actually, you want to do that. Theater acting is more automatic because you're doing the scenes in sequence. But film acting is sometimes sometimes the films are done in sequence and sometimes they're not. But you still have to work hard, even if you're filming in sequence. If the scenes are in sequence of the actual film, you still have to work hard to be able to achieve emotional continuity, and you can do it. You can definitely achieve it.